Alright, so we're going to talk about how to stretch the hip flexor muscles, okay? So really hip flexor muscles, you got your quad and you got your psoas, okay? So this you're stretching a little bit more of the psoas, but you're also getting the quad, okay? So what I want you to do, you're going to make sure that you're not arching your back like that. So you want to take your pelvis and gently kind of tuck it a little bit, right? Engage those abdominal muscles to hold the pelvis like that, and don't let that back arch as you're going to lean forward, okay? So right leg's down. I typically like to have something to press into, right? Whether it's a dowel here against the ground, you're pushing down into it. That'll help engage the core. Right here, I'm just going to use a foam roller. So I'm going to push into that, tuck the pelvis, and just gently lean forward. So from here, I can hold it, or I can just kind of come back, come into it, back, and in. All muscles work in 3 dimensions, okay? So you're not just going to stretch it here. What I typically do is lean into it, hold that, maintain that pelvic position, and then I rotate away, rotate toward, rotate away, rotate toward. Okay, so you're still maintaining that kind of posterior pelvic tilt there, not letting the back arch like that, okay? Leaning forward, rotate, and rotate. There's other ways to stretch it. I find that to be the most effective, most comfortable. You can also use the foam roller to kind of roll out that area a little bit. You're not rolling the psoas, okay? So the psoas is a really deep muscle, actually attaches to your spine, comes down and attaches to the front of that hip. So you can still roll, that superficial tissue. You can get kind of your TFL, things like that. So to do that, I'll show you on the left one here. So I would just lean kind of away from the side that you're targeting. You're finding that hip bone, right? So the foam roller is right underneath that hip bone. You're not rolling over any bony prominences or anything like that. But you can target that soft tissue through the front of the hip and roll it like so, right? Gently going up and down. If you do find you want to use something a little more aggressive, you can use a yoga tune-up ball to do the same thing, right? You're going to put it down underneath there. Okay, just lean onto it and kind of roll around. So this, you're targeting more of that TFL muscle, but it can sometimes be a good way to just help those muscles relax and then get a better stretch after that. Now, stretching in itself doesn't, the mechanical properties and mechanisms that it works through aren't, well supported through the research. It's more of a neural input that you're changing and altering with stretching. So you definitely want to follow that up with some form of exercise, right? So you gain the range, train the range. You're trying to enhance mobility through function, so you need to add in some functional movements after that, right? So maybe some lunges, forward lunges, side lunges, multi-directional diagonal lunges with rotation, things like that. So anytime you're trying to enhance mobility, you're not just stretching. You got to supplement that with some sort of activity.